Hey everybody, welcome to Gemini season. So, sorry it's a little late on the video. Just had a lot of stuff going on. The energy's been crazy. There was a couple of you that didn't get a chance to do personal readings for Taurus season. I apologize immensely for that. The energy right around toward the end was just, it was draining and really heavy, and I didn't want to do a reading with that kind of energy floating around and me, absorbing that. So I apologize. I will be doing you guys first this month to make sure that you get that reading for Gemini season for sure. And then from there, we'll be going forward. My goal is by next Thursday to have all the readings done for everybody that's requested one. And I have my list, so we'll be going. I'll be going through those and making sure that everybody gets their readings on time. But in the meantime, let's talk about eclipse season in Gemini. So, full moon coming up on the 6th in Sagittarius, and it is going to be an eclipse. So, first card out, King of Swords. Now's the time to use logic to communicate what you want to achieve for the next 6 months. Whatever starts happening in this eclipse season is going to start to play out for the next 6 months, like I was saying, and as a result, there's going to be a lot of things coming in. Really, it's in a very emotionally charged time as well, because going into an eclipse season, everything's charged, everything's heightened, just the emotions are running rampant. So give yourself a break where you can, and if you're thinking about something, try and use your logical side over the emotional side, and go from there. Sorry, I'm stuttering on my words tonight. What else is King of Swords? King of Swords is someone, if you're not careful with the words, it can be a little harsh around the edges. I know I've been a little harsh with some people recently, and I gotta tone it down. So, the usual advice is watch what you say, don't regret something you're gonna say. And, my hot-headed Sagittarius rising is like, say what? And there it is. Page of Swords. Yeah, watch what you say. Avoid gossip. Right now, paired with King of Swords, this is just it's not really a good combo. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they might be a little harsh. You might be being a little harsh to them, especially if you find out 5 of Swords, bottom of the deck, there's been some lies swirling about. If there are some lies that get exposed, which usually is what happens during full moons and eclipses, it's very, normal. The cards are saying to leave them behind. 8 of Cups, bottom of the deck continued, and as you start to leave that behind and really, just leave behind what's not needed. This year is all about, 2020 is really all about big changes and new beginnings and new endings as well. And as a result, that's why 8 of Cups has been popping up so much. I'm sure you guys are all tired of seeing 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords. They're popping up like every single reading I've been doing. But it's the constant message that you need to leave the BS behind. So if there is this air sign over here that is lying to you and talking gossip behind your back, just leave it behind. Don't even entertain it. King of Swords, right? Don't entertain it. Just, you know what you have. You have the sword, you're on your throne, and you're minding your business, and you're overseeing what your kingdom. That's that. Just leave it alone. It's not worth it. Don't feed into it. Bottom of the deck continued, Ace of Wands. We'll take that. So once this is left behind, after the full moon starts to expose things, opportunities will start to flow in again. And they could, I'm just going to continue to be at the bottom of the deck, because here's all the answers. Page of Pentacles, new beginnings with money, possibly a new partnership in the works, with maybe an air sign. But if not, again, the bottom of the deck is just, it's, that's why I was laughing. I saw that 6 of Swords. I'm like, of course, there it is. And with Ace of Swords, Yeah, there's another opportunity to leave something behind here. And what that is, well, it could be a third party situation or something that you've known that isn't going to work out, but yet you still are dwelling on it. And you're like, well, maybe if I do this, then I can fix it. And maybe I should reach it. No, don't do that. We're not going to pull Ace of Swords, but just know what's going on. I think Eight of Cups was enough to be like, let it go. And then, when I have Ace of Swords, Six of Swords right after, come on. The cards are like, how much clearer do you need the message? Oh, you need it pretty clear? Okay. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Interesting. This opportunity that comes in, this financial, potential opportunity partnership, don't run with it too hard. Mercury retrograde's coming up in, believe it or not, a few weeks. Don't rush. Right now, if you rush into this opportunity without having all the facts, you're going to get stuck here instead of being here. So you can be stuck, or you can have a really solid foundation. The choice is yours, but make sure that you are taking it step by step. Don't rush. Again, King of Swords, calculated, logical, right? Don't let the emotional excitement get the best of you, and you're like, oh my god, this is super exciting, and I have this new opportunity, I'm going to run with it, and it's going to be fantastic, because guess what? How fantastic is it when it all comes crumbling down? The Tower. So you're like, John, what does this all mean? Okay. Let's recap before I shuffle up more cards. Okay, so we have this Five of Swords, Eight of Cups moment, right? So we know people are talking shit. We know they're, behind our backs talking it up, blah, 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 blah. Things get exposed. We know, right? We leave it behind. Okay, great. We're not going to feed into it as much as we can. Da-da-da-da. Okay, then we get an opportunity to start over, right? Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles. But for whatever reason, we're feeling stuck. Why? Because we don't like change. We don't like starting over all the time, especially when we just went through, we're being told to purge like every month something new. It's like, okay, well, what can I possibly leave behind now, right? And then you're like, but I'm stuck. And then the Tower is like, haha, you're not stuck anymore. The Tower moment comes in mid-June to like right around after, probably like once the Venus retrograde kind of ends, right around the 10th or so, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right before Mercury retrograde starts. That's when this Tower moment is going to hit, and it's going to be like, yeah, remember how you were stuck and you were starting all over with this new opportunity? Yeah, this is great, but let's get out of this situation, because you're clearly still hung up on something, and I need you to realize that you don't need to be hung up on it. So stop being hung up on it, stop being stuck. The Tower moment literally comes in to flush out whatever that Four of Pentacles means to you. So whatever is you're holding onto and clinging onto for dear life, that's what the Four of Pentacles is basically saying and telling you, and that's what it's gonna excuse me, that's what's gonna cut off. That's what's gonna be like, no, we're gonna deal with it this way, and that's what we're gonna deal with. All right, what comes after the Tower moment? Good things, right? hopefully good things. Usually it's good things. What do we got? There's a lot of talking this month. Of course, it's Gemini season. They're all about communication. But just, again, like I was saying, watch the words. Watch where things are going. Oh, the cards don't want to talk. They're like, that's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else. You can't figure this out. Well, sorry, not sorry. They're being sassy tonight. Okay. Okay, there's a lot here, but good stuff. We like it. So what comes afterward? Well, let's take a look, shall we? We're going to take it bit by bit. Four of Cups, the Devil. Saturn's in retrograde, right? And the Tower, is going to be like, yeah, do the thing, get rid of the thing. And you're like, but what's the thing? The thing is in front of you. You know what the thing is. And Saturn's over here, like, watching from a distance and is like, if you don't figure this out, and I have to teach you this lesson again, so help me, it's going to be worse. Guys, I can just, let me tell you, figure it out the first time. As long as Saturn's in retrograde, it's the karma, it's just the, as a fellow Capricorn that has Saturn placements it is ruling planet is Saturn, just figure the lesson out the first time. Let me tell you, having to learn the lesson over and over and over again, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of the universe time. And it gets harder each time. Just figure it out. Don't ignore the signs. Next two cards, the Empress and Five of Wands. Interesting. If you're fighting over yourself and beating yourself up because you don't understand what's going on, stop doing that. If you're fighting with a loved one or possibly a motherly figure or a very dominant female figure in your life, not the time. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you can get through all of these pitfalls and all these little booby traps, as I like to call them, then you're golden. Then you're set up for a really good position to continue your journey and work really hard on what you want. And that will lead you to prosperity and, the good fortune and good luck that you want. On the flip side, though, if you stay stuck here, the Tower moment will just recycle. What do I mean? This whole thing will recycle because this is dealing with Saturn retrograde as well. It's dealing with the eclipse. The eclipse is one big lesson. It's here to tell us to purge, but also the next 6 months are being, played. So that means this is going until the end of the year, which means there's more big changes coming in store. Hence the Tower showing up, hence Saturn showing up. Saturn, it's all of that restructure, right? What are we restructuring now? The Tower and that showing up is not a coincidence. This is definitely a restructure to end up in a much better spot. This will start to set you up for the next 6 months. The end of the year will look bright and promising if you put the work in. If you don't put the work in, though, you're going to stay stuck in that Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Five of Wands, Five of Swords. People are going to keep talking behind your back. Like, get out of this now. Do it before Mercury retrograde hits. Because if you wait longer, it's just going to get worse. Because you're still going to have Saturn in retrograde, you're still going to have Jupiter in retrograde. And I think Chiron's also going retrograde in Aries. It's a lot going on at once. So we have retrograde season, then we have the eclipse season, and we're getting 3 eclipses back to back to back. So it's like the universe is not playing. It's here to clear out and give you the signals very loud and clear. And it's our job to take those lessons and be able to put them into place. Again, communication. It's Gemini season. The universe is communicating. You see where I'm going with this? Set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. All right. I'm going to do the extended guys in a separate video just because I need to cut this short. Unfortunately, I just have something to attend to. So that is that. But we will talk more in the extended about this and clarify through the cards. All right. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.